This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. AM here at Radio Freedom. Hope you're listening from a safe place. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. Broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Any Minutemen in the area. There's a settlement that's been raided by super mutants. Please respond if you can help.
Blue, we're not alone here. Here's trouble!
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Who's it?
Better in our hands anyway. It all goodbye.
9 a.m. here at Radio Freedom.
Something broken!
All quiet. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Need some cover fire over here! I need some goddamn fire support! Fucking play for that!
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Now you pay for it. worth it. Where'd that little fucker go?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Hey.
Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Is someone present? Overactive sensors.
Hey,
What you got?
over here. Head over there.
Yep.
Go there.
Movement detected. Curious. Please reveal yourself. Odd. My scanners must be malfunctioning. Hostile
You're tuned
sensor.
to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 12 noon.
Institute scrap
Nothing new
heaps.
to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Contact detected. Possibly. Combat subroutine. Eliminate all hostiles. Systems offline.
On the way.
Targeting.
Here?
This is Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for
I am
Minutemen
the
alerts.
house of violence.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
What was that? Guess we skipped.
It's 1 p.m. This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Hello?
Movement detected. Curious.
Appears to be nothing. Perhaps my sensors need calibration.
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
I reckon I was in error. No enemy detected. Is someone present? The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
Overactive sense hostile sensor reading detected.
You cannot remain undetected for long.
I am detecting stealth activity.
Odd. My scanner must be malfunctioning.
Gonna be your last mistake.
I have detected you.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon at Radio Freedom. Stay safe out there.
Maybe they're still here somewhere. Watch out. Free for the taking.
Actuator damaged.
Hear that?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Mr. Handy, a feather duster, and say, what, 100 years? And
Got it.
right as rain.
It's 3 p.m. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Hey.
It's our nation. Damn raiders are worse than skeeters this time of year. What the hell are you doing up here? What the hell are you doing up here?
Is someone present?
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen.
Are you at overactive
Nothing
sensors?
to report.
Nothing
Keep it
more.
tuned here for updates.
Movement detected. Curious.
Other journalists.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Work with Tom. We'll do anything we can to support you.
I cleared out some Gen 1s for Randolph Safe House.
Randolph is still operational? Finally, some good news. We thought they were another casualty of the switchboard disaster. But Randolph's been dark for too long. It'll be controversial, but we have to put them under quarantine.
The whole thing smells like a trap.
It very well could be. The Institute has had more than enough time to replace them with synth infiltrators. So we play it slow and safe, and I'll have other agents verify they're our people. Our only communication with Randolph is going to be by dead drop. Check in periodically with Drummer Boy. He coordinates the dead drops for us. Thanks.
Hey, man. Need help with the signal interceptor? This thing is gonna be huge. We'll finally learn about what the Institute's really up to, man.
This is Radio Freedom.
I could use your help finding parts for the beam emitter.
We need some high-tech shit for that. A military-grade circuit board. Hit up any army base. That should get you in business.
Tom's gonna be in heaven on this job.
This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 1 a.m. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Chance to get inside the Institute. Incredible.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
We need a metric ton of power to get this to work.
Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Chance to get inside the Institute. Incredible.
Desdemona.
Status report.
You got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, we need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot?
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
How can I contact him if you know nothing about him?
Patriot devised a method to communicate with us one way. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice.
Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synth. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the R up. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now!
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Can't pick this. No way to pick this. Jammed.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to
Don't
report.
have the key.
Stay safe out there, everyone.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Stay tuned for updates.
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
An enemy may be utilizing stealth. How interesting.
trusted you.
Engaging.
Good morning, Commonwealth. This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the man.
Deal with extreme prejudice.
Stay out there.
Where did you go?
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there.
Would need the key.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Most efficient attack.
Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
These
Father,
bad people,
what's going on?
they
What's
stole
happening?
you from me. Those bastards, they took you from me.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean,
S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
It's 5 a.m.
We're only
This is
just now
Radio
beginning
Freedom,
to
voice
explore
of
the
the
effects of
Minutemen.
extreme emotional
All
stimuli.
quiet here. Stay tuned for
Please
Minutemen
try and
alerts.
keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Keep it tuned here for Minutemen
Bullshit.
alerts.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production.
Good morning, Commonwealth.
But it was
This is
never
Radio
enough.
Freedom, the voice
Scientific
of the
curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. Wasteland. Radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
I don't believe you. There's no way any of this is true.
I wish there was something to say. I know this isn't what you wanted. But it's the only truth I can offer you.
It can't be true. It's all just It's just too much.
I'm so sorry. I wish that things were different. I've shown you my trust. Your weapons haven't been confiscated, and I stand unarmed before you. Please, let's just talk.
If this is true, where do we start?
I know you must have questions. Please, anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Which is how we like it.
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
The Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
This a clean floor.
9 a.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report.
Welcome to the
Keep it tuned here
Institute,
for
sir.
updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Hello.
Scanning. Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Nothing to report, sir.
This is Radio Freedom. It's 10 a.m. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
Look, I don't want to get trapped down here because the power goes out.
What? You think I do? If it's any comfort to you, I take my job very seriously for exactly that reason. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah? All right. That's all.
Enrico.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girls.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
Can't
we keep it
but I'm as much a
I will be
scientist as
happy
any
to
of
forward your
them.
request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel
Hi,
free
Doc.
to enjoy.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work?
I
They
want
get fat
Supplement
and lazy,
77.
that's what.
I am sorry,
Real
sir, but
people
that
doing
supplement is
real
no
thinking
longer
and real
available.
work.
Useless machine.
I want.
This is Radio
People have
Freedom.
no trouble getting fat and lazy on their own.
A few, here and there, perhaps. But not on the scale I'm talking about. But I can see you're having a joke at my expense. You're hardly the first. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
All systems nominal.
AM here at Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Nice.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand
We're
our
all
operations.
looking forward to working with you.
Dr. Holdren sent.
Hi.
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. Remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of it. Dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
There's still people, and they're suffering. We can at least...
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Liam's been trying to teach me robotics. It's more complicated than I thought.
Hi.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses.
Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
Doctor.
Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
If you're busy, that's one thing, but I don't care for your tone.
My tone? There's no need to take offense. As you can clearly see, I'm deeply involved in some rather complicated mental equations. Now, how about I get back to those, and you get back to whatever it is you're doing?
Those mental equations will get a lot tougher after I sock you in the jaw.
What? Now, just a moment. There's no need to get angry. If an apology will suffice to stem your anger, then I'll offer it. So nice talking to you. Goodbye.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
Hello.
Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then. The dosage will be much larger.
Will there be any pain?
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file count on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to. I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
Mankind redefined.
Heading over to
It's
robotics
catchy, isn't it?
Knock some heads together.
What now? Good to see
They're
you.
dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Please.
So,
There's enough
here you
friction
are.
as it is between
Justin
us
Ayo,
and pretty
acting
much all
director
the other
of the Synth
departments.
Retention Bureau. I'll be up front with you. we're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues.
Stay safe out there, everyone.
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I hate to break it to you, but your Courser wasn't all that tough.
Then it's likely the unit was defective. It's rare, but faults can occur from time to time. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production line. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
This is Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
So much research, so little time.
Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
Justin.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Yes? What do you need?
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
Reporting status. All functions
It's 2 o'clock
normal.
in the afternoon here at Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
All this must be a little overwhelming for you.
Software. If it were just a limb twitching, but your eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movement while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself. If you're about to lock into one of the about artificial intelligence, so
Don't.
Hey,
But
Doc.
we can't just
You've
ignore
arrived at a momentous time. Our third generation synths are too great.
And if a synth has
Culmination of centuries of
a
research.
person
It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
So we can do what we want with it.
No robot is superior to me.
You might not think so now, but just wait. You've only seen a fraction of what our synths can do. Their potential is limitless. Like I said, a momentous time.
So you were there the day the bombs fell. That must have been terrifying.
Today is full of possibilities.
Welcome to the Institute. Please.
If you ask me, the synth software could use a little more debugging.
Dr. Loki, we received a work order from SRB.
What do they need?
They're requesting a replacement filter. You actually. I guess they lost it when they went on the surface.
Is this some sort of joke? Dr. Nail can't keep using my synth so recklessly. I refuse to give him any more.
Should I tell him that?
I wouldn't want
To the Institute.
man on my
Please.
worst
Good day.
Security's too good.
It's 3 p.m. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Sensor anomaly.
This is Radio Freedom. Broad. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Through.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Update. Observed unusual activity has ceased. Window is open for a heavy to make contact, but they should act now. The package is still in my possession. It cannot remain here safely for much longer. Out.
Daniel, I really stepped in the Brahmin pile this time. While you and Mom were off to Bunker Hill, Dad and I finally had it out. Yeah, I know. How is that different than any other day? I don't know, Dan. It's just... the gloves really came off this time. I told them I was gonna go join the Forged up at the Ironworks, and, well, you know, Dad. No son of Abraham Finch is ever gonna be some trumped-up raider. As far as I'm concerned, you're dead to me.
Almost done.
I took Great-Granddad's sword because I knew it would piss him off, but now that I'm here, I don't know. I think he might be right about me. They kept saying all this stuff about how joining would teach me how to be strong, but I don't know. They've got prisoners. I just want to come home.
The coursers give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold. Dad says I'm as good as he is with computers.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun. Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future. Yeah?
Well, that was productive. Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing more efficient plasma emitters.
Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
I didn't say it was easy, but I've been practicing at it since I was a little girl. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
I hope you and Father try to make up the time you've lost. Family is important.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Rushed work is sloppy at best, and deadly at worst.
This is Radio Freedom. It's 5 p.m. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Sleep is such a waste of time. I'd rather be designing.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Only opens with a key. Jammed.
This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. It's 6 o'clock. All quiet. This is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are.
Well, that's insulting.
I'm sorry. Not my intention. Oh, before I forget, I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else...
I'm good for now, thanks.
All right.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Doctor.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the bioscience. I can't wait for you to see.
I'm sure it's fascinating, but that's...
Of course. Before you go, at least let me give you, as the name implies, the bio, our most important direct. To that end, we've even started to explore. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point.
Right. Sounds like a waste of time to me. You should create something more useful.
It's just my opinion, of course. But I don't believe that every discovery needs to be useful. Sometimes we innovate for no other reason. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is.
I doubt it. I just don't think I'd fit in.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important. In any case,
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
All quiet here.
So much
Stay tuned
research.
for Minutemen
So little
alerts.
time.
I think more clearly while I'm walking.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
I can't express how
Nothing to
truly
report.
humbling it
Keep
is
it tuned
to
here for
stand in
updates.
your presence. The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Hi, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. When Father told us about you, if you don't mind my asking,
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
now that you've found him, I hope you're... Now, I'll give you a clue. As you might guess, we maintain and upgrade all of the systems. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls.
Right.
The work we do might... So,
I'm not on board with anything.
no? And yet here you are, poking around. One might find that suspicious. If you're not planning on staying, I'd recommend keeping your hands to yourself. Wouldn't want to give the impression you're up to something. And consider having another talk with Sean. He really is anxious to have you with us. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Operating at full capacity.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
Sean, about this synth.
You mean the child? It's a fascinating project, really. There are issues to be solved, of course, but we've made remarkable...
It seems like a strange choice. On more than one level.
I can understand how it might seem that way. It is something new. New discoveries are always welcome. I'll make sure it's brought back online in the near future. You'll have an opportunity to interact with him further. But I'll admit I'm curious. As a parent looking for a child, looking for the younger version of me,
out there, everyone.
What do you think? Do you think you could love him? Like you would a real boy?
This is all... It's just too much. I just don't know anymore.
I understand. You've been through quite a lot. I wouldn't claim to know everything you're feeling, but if in some small way the boy's presence can help, I hope you'll keep an open mind.
This is Radio Freedom.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
Here for updates.